Alright, how's everybody doing? Again, falling behind, as seems to be the norm here with these updates for nationals, but nonetheless, getting back on track here. 7.5 weeks out from the 2016 Raw Nationals in Atlanta, Georgia, and everything's going pretty well. I just finished up the last segment of my training block, making this a deload week. Body weight is sitting at about 9 pounds over the weight class, so a little bit heavier than I would prefer it to be, but either way, it's not. That's for me. That shouldn't be a bad amount of weight to drop in a little over, in almost 8 weeks. So we're talking just a little bit over a pound a week. So it should be rather doable, and nothing on the calendar coming up too much that should impede that too horribly. So training-wise, everything went really well the last 6-week block. Hit PRs, personal records on all my main lifts and assistance lifts as well. Ranged anywhere from 8 pounds to 15 pounds across the board and everything. So, you know, that should translate to PRs on the platform here in another 7.5 weeks. That's the plan anyway. So everything is going well, training-wise, nutrition-wise, as a whole, pretty well. Like I said, I'd like to be a little bit later at this point, but we'll get back on track with that. As we went into this last deload, just sort of typical stuff for me anyway, as far as at the end of a training block. Little aches and pains, right elbow, a little bit of tendonitis flares up there, left shoulder gets a little cranky, and then the right wrist has been a little tender. That's actually something sort of new, but so the perfect time for a deload, because that's usually what I, for clients and myself, that's sort of what really almost should be happening. If you don't have those things going on, you probably don't really need a deload. And then just sort of a general lack of, desire to really train. Still got all the work in, got all the volume in, got all the lifts in that I need to get in, but the last 2 or 3 workouts were just sort of not super excited for. Part of that being that there's a higher volume block, so all the rep ranges were anywhere from 7 to 12 reps, which anybody that knows me or powerlifters in general knows that that's too much cardio for my liking. I just don't like those rep ranges. So the nice thing is, going forward, everything will be pretty much 2 to 7 reps. Everything much lower rep counts, a little heavier weights, which is really my preference, which is why I do powerlifting. So I'll take this next week, not off, but it'll just be very light. So the volume and intensity will be basically cut in half, and then I'll just do some really light, low intensity cardio to fill in the gaps for the most part. So that'll sort of be the plan going forward. And so we'll take this week off, lots of stretching, lighter cardio to keep the caloric expenditure up, and then get back into that heavy, high-intensity block going into nationals, and we'll see what we can put on the table. Again, thanks for checking in, and we'll update you guys here in another week or two.